my experience, 95%, 99% actually of entrepreneurs out there have had a very decent amount of struggle, pain, perseverance, and
Yeah.
all of it, right? It's like living life to the fullest. Nobody just like gets from point A to point Z. It's not like, oh, mom gave me all this money and now I'm out there being entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
It's more of the idea of what you're talking about most often is this thing grows into something. And then you have that day, kind of like the day in recovery where you're like, oh, wow, this is a turning point in my life. You have that business, I think, where all of a sudden you go, wait a second, I have to work $1 for an hour.
Yeah.
And I learned that from mentors in my first business that shared, because I grew up in a household much like yours, but it was a work 40 hours, a week. My dad worked 2 jobs. Ends were met, but we didn't see him a lot, right? I didn't know he was alcoholic until after I became one.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
I learned I was one, but he wasn't around a lot. And so this idea of like going to school, getting education, getting a job was something I already was bucking against.
Yeah.
But then I think there's this point, and I learned from mentors, like I said, where they started to share with me, you don't have to work an hour and trade your time for money,
Yeah.
right? Because if I'm trading for my time for money, then number one, you and I only have 24 hours in a day.
It's like everybody else.
Your
Yeah.
jobs or whoever else, right? Like, Jeff Bezos, one of the most wealthy people on the planet, he has the exact same day that everybody else does.
Right.
I don't think people make that correlation that it's what we do with our time